Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. Some of y'all have been waiting for this probably, but yeah, it's time. This is the official 1978 C3 25th anniversary edition Indianapolis 500 pace car edition Corvette for sale video. Let me run this down for you real quick. 1978 Corvette, 38,000. Well, let's peek in here. Currently 38,224 miles, original miles. We acquired this Corvette from a family who has legitimately owned this car since 1984. They did not buy the car new, but they bought it with very low miles, and they can attest to it's never been wrecked, never been painted, never had any serious major work done to it. It is original paint, original interior, very nice car. It's got the alloy wheels, it's got the vintage Eagle STs that it drives and rides so nice I just can't get myself to replace on them, plus they're like new. We spent a lot of time on this car. Most of our time was spent in getting the paint to shine once again. It spent several years in storage, in and out of dry storage, and you know, the black single stage paint shows that. Is this car perfect? No. Is this a Concours car? No. But I guarantee you, you can take this to any cruise night, local show, park it on the corner, and people are going to look and you're going to get some thumbs ups. So 78, it's got the L48 engine, the base engine. That's 350 V8 still, about 195 horsepower, but 373 gears back here, and a turbo 350 trans, no overdrive. So when you punch it, it goes. It's very snappy, handles wonderfully, there's zero body roll, and drives just terrific. Things we've done, we did, you know, a lot of times you'll come across these vintage, especially the C3 Vettes and these pace car Vettes, and they'll say, well, it's all complete, it's ready to roll, but you know, maybe this gauge doesn't work, or maybe that gauge doesn't work. The power antenna is a huge one, and to be honest, when we picked up this car, the power antenna didn't work. We fixed it. The clock didn't work. We fixed it. The gas gauge works. All the other gauges work. The tach works. The gosh darn cruise control works. AC radio, the power antenna goes up and down with the radio like it's supposed to. Just a wonderful car. I'm telling you, every single thing works as it should. Now, is it perfect? Like I said, no. It's got some chips, it's got some scratchies. There was some interference going on with the passenger door and the rear quarter right here, and so the door was actually, you can see where it kind of wore into the paint here, and the door is actually landing and laying on this rear quarter. So we have two cracks in the fiberglass gel coat here and one back here. That is it. And since then we have fixed the door problem. You can see where it was laying up here and laying here and putting stress on that, and then you can see it on the door side here. But right now, door fits nice, we got the gaps going good, everything's happy. Had a transmission leak, we fixed that, we fixed the gauges, but we put a ton of time into the paint. The headlights work. The vacuum actuated headlights work as they should. They pop right up. Everything on this car works, all the lights, everything. Let's look under the bonnet here. This light is out. We have the light and it does work, but when we're working on things in here, we don't want the battery to go dead. Sometime prior to us, it's had a new master cylinder. it's had a new AC compressor. There are a couple parts on this engine that are not GM parts. I would guess that it would take somewhere in the area of $1,500 to put this car back to where everything's General Motors or AC Delco and life is pretty good. We did go through the distributor and we put plug wires on. And guys and gals, in order to put plug wires on these cars, you have to unbolt the engine from the motor mounts and lift it up. The two front plug wires on either side go behind the motor mount to the spark plugs. So we put AC Delco spark plug wires on this so it's done right, so in case the next person wants to take it to that next level, they don't have to worry about plug wires. But yeah, thing runs like a champ. It's, again, everything's just there and works. T-tops seal up, there's no wind noise. You'll see that in the driving video. And here's another issue with some of these C3s, is this cool guy here is a lot of times just gone, and this one is not. In fact, it works like it's supposed to. It's got the little handle on it, and all the carpet's in great shape. There are a couple of little holes in the carpet, and there are some, you know, wear marks on the leather, but there are no tears in either leather seat. It's got the silver leather wrapped steering wheel, the 25th anniversary badging there and there. Again, power windows, the little mirror mover around her, all that works. Here's our data plate that shows the two-tone paint. And then over here for the Corvettes, the last 4 digits of the VIN for the pace cars, there were 6,502 I think built, and this is number 2,620 for the 78 pace car Corvettes. Now you might be saying, a lot of them I see have these big giant letters on the side that said Indianapolis pace car. Yes, this is legit. We have the limited edition stickers with a little bit of patina going on. We do have the Indy stickers in the rear quarters. Again, these are original stickers. They're not repops. This one looks really nice in the shade. But the door stickers for these pace Corvettes, they weren't put on at the factory. They were sent with the car, and then the buyer of the car at the dealer decided whether or not they wanted door stickers on them. Apparently this buyer did not. The family that we bought the car from did not have the stickers, and I'm not too worried about it. Quite frankly, I like it without. I love the two-tone paint scheme. I love the wheels, the silver and the black with the red accent. And I mean, look at that hood. If you want to see more of what we did with and to this car, just go back and look at the playlist of the other videos. It's all there. We aren't hiding anything from anybody. Now, like I said, it's not perfect. We've got scratches right in here. There's some wear through in the paint. This is still a 78, 20, 40, almost a 45-year-old car here. So it's worn, all right? But it's in wonderful shape and condition for almost 40,000 miles. Yeah, we've got a nick here in the side splitter. We did paint the center section of the front splitter. That is the one part that we painted, just because it had kind of taken some abuse. And again, you can see that video. And then the other issue that this car has paint wise is, if you can see it here, I can get out of the way, maybe, yeah, there's some spider web cracking in the bumper cover. So something's bumped against here sometime or two, and you've got some spider web cracking. We chose not to try and take that apart and paint match and fix all that. Next owner wants to do that, perfectly fine. I personally don't think it needs to, so we didn't do it. I believe this car will live up to all your expectations and more. It's not perfect. Like I said, we've got some chipping here along the back door edge, just people getting in and out. This car was used and was driven, although very sparingly, for 38,000 miles. What you see literally is what you get with this car. I think that about says it all for this one. Like I said, officially for sale. Everything's working like it should. Let's go to the ride along video and you can see for yourself. It's got this cool little inspection sticker from the state of Nebraska from 1982. That's kind of neat. This portion of the video is a little out of sequence, but we wanted to give you a true cold start. And you know, we live on a gravel road, so we're gonna go for a little drive before we clean it all up and then do the walk around and show you the shininess. Let's get out. As you can see, interior lights work. This one, we do have the lens for it and we have the bulb for it. I think, what do we do? Put them in here? Yeah, everything's in there. So, it's just so we don't drain the battery if we're working on it and stuff like that. So yeah, a week or so since this has started, we're gonna give it 2 pumps. Starts right up. Again, we're a little dusty on the outside because it has been sitting and it is harvest season. So you can see the choke and the high idle work. We're sitting about 1,000 RPMs. As it warms up, that'll jump up a little bit. We're gonna pull it forward just a little bit and blow a little bit of the dust off, and then we're gonna let it warm up a little bit more before we go hitting the road here. But as you can see, even cold start starts and runs perfectly. Car's warmed up a bit. As you can see, we are 38,206 miles as of this little test drive here, and we're gonna rip the throttle once, comes down onto a nice warmed up idle there, and let's get going. Here's the rest of the gauges. We're getting up to temp. Fuel gauge does work. Hey, the clock works and keeps pretty darn good time. If anything, it's a tad fast. We've got just about 40 pounds of oil pressure at idle and charging. Radio works. As you've seen in previous videos, we fixed the power antenna so it goes up and down as it should. Rear window defrost, heat, AC, all the movements and fan buttons for the HVAC work. Power windows work, power lock works. Everything in this car works. Everything. Let's take it for a spin. Alright, we're onto the highway here. 373 gears, 350, turbo 350 trans. Highway speed, no problem. Runs out great. About 65 miles an hour. It's about 2,700 RPM. It is not an overdrive transmission, but that's what makes it snappy and quick, even for a low horsepower car. There's no major bumps or rattles or clatters. Rides out nice. You can have a conversation. You can listen to the radio. No wind noise. This thing seals up wonderfully. Cruise control. My foot's not on the gas pedal. We're going 65 miles an hour. Cruise control works, ladies and gentlemen. Works like a champ. It's got the Goodyear Eagle STs on it, vintage type tires. We haven't taken them off because I'm telling you, folks, get out of the wind here, but I'm not even touching the steering wheel right now. I'm going straight down the road. Look at that. Straight down the road. Pretty awesome. This car drives and rides wonderfully. It's super comfortable, especially once you're in it. You know, getting in and out, it's low to the ground, but wonderfully comfortable car. We're off the highway. We'll just roll through this small town a little bit. drivability on highway, off highway is just perfect. Be a Corvette for sale video without one little pull. It'll get out of its weight, folks. That's about so. It's fun to drive. It's plenty peppy. It don't have the most horsepower, but it makes up for it in handling and snappiness. I'm telling you what a nice car. And burnout. So that's where we're at with the Corvette. It is now for sale. Like I said, hey, email us at freedom1garage, all spelled out, at gmail.com. Send us a message here, comment, and we will reply, and we'll get a conversation started. We've got lots of pictures. And oh, by the way, the lucky new owner of this car gets this vintage Chevrolet Corvette ball cap. Never worn. It's kind of that windbreaker material of the 80s era. It was given to us with the car, and we're going to send it right on with the next buyer. So, hey, cool bonus. It's probably collectible too. So that goes with, ladies and gentlemen. So hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you're interested, give us a comment or give us an email and we'll get right back to you. Appreciate you guys and gals very much watching our stuff and supporting the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.